Hey, it's me. I'm your nosy neighbor lady. This your nosy neighbor lady show. And today I wanted to talk about the dangers of isolation and social media addiction for black women online right now. We consume so much information. One thing that black women don't think about with this new black women time that we are in, which I indeed know for a fact we're in a black women time, where black women are being placed under a microscope for good reasons, for bad reasons, for their mating choices, for their decisions in life, with the rise of this, I call it lifestyle content, but it's already else something else. This lifestyle content when they're talking about like soft life and luxurious era and things, but the rise of women just talking about their everyday lives and situations, and black women coming together and realizing we're not a monolith, but we want each other to be a monolith. And then also black women realizing like, I'm not alone. I'm not crazy. This just didn't happen to me. We notice in the black community, everything is blamed on black women and everything is black women's fault. No matter what happened, it's always a black mama, the black daughter, or what did she wear, or her degree won't keep her warm at night, or how many bodies does she have, or why is she a single mother? Just so many different things, or oh, she's a bitch, oh, she's a 304, oh, whatever that is that you see in yourself in these women online, whatever it is you see in me online, whatever, when we're talking about our personal issues and personal lives, and this unveiling that's going on with black women and how we are seeing ourselves in diverse roles, and see how we attack each other on social media, seeing how we treat each other on social media, seeing, the effects of colorism, seeing the effects of dating out, seeing the effects of, being an only child or a sibling of many children, and how girls are raised and boys are loved. And I was just thinking about how we are consuming so much information, me as well, and how dangerous it is because we don't live life outside. Remember when they say touch the grass, and one day I was like, it's so crazy that it's a flex and an insult to tell people to go outside and touch grass, when really we should be doing outside things anyway. And after that C-19, or that 2 years of being in the house, which I think for me was definitely extended to 4 years, and having to make a conscious decision to have to learn how to live my life outside again. I always say I believe that I've had many lives and been many different women in my life, and when different jobs and different spouses and different places I lived, or the time I had this car, that car, or the time before I had take a procedure I had a baby that's not here, And we think about these times in our life that defined us. And it's just like, and being addicted and knowing people and build a community online, as well as you all as people who are just viewers and don't create content, but the girls in the chat and you're familiar with their content, and you all know each other, and we talk and we engage because we are like the only family and friends some of us have right now. And I think that black women really are forcing themselves into isolation. Like I said, I'm not against the 4B movement. No, never, never, never. But it's just showing me how comfortable we have gotten in isolation, and how all this overconsumption of black women information is just like making us crazy like, and it's just making us feel so torn and pulled in so many different directions of what black womanhood looks like and what it should be, because we've never seen ourselves in so many diverse ways and roles. and how we want to hold on to old roles such as shaking ass everywhere. And I'm really enjoying that conversation, but this battle to find my new self or my new womanhood seems harder than it's ever been. I always been a changed and evolving woman and able to move on to the next or do something new or something different. And I find that I'm so terrified to live in the world outside and be around people and this glorification of memes that say all I do is stay in bed all day, or this is my favorite time, staying in bed, and how dangerous that is. I looked up some things and I said, what are the downsides of isolation? And they put depression, anxiety, of course we would know that. They put high blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes. Want to take yourself off the earth, self-harm. They say 50% more chance that you'll get dementia. Addiction and early death. They do say people don't have nobody do die sooner. And this is not a ploy to say get somebody. This is not a ploy to say go outside. Well, you can if you want. Whatever y'all do is y'all business. I know I got to get outside and learn how to be around people again. And not having friends, not dealing with my family, not even finding a steady boyfriend anywhere, or even somebody I even like anywhere, or even a consistent, intimate partner of some sort. It's like, I think it's so dangerous. When I say, I used to say black women are gonna explode, black women are gonna have a crisis, black women are don't know. We don't do it as much because some of those darker topics I tend to stay away from these days. But when we acting out in the airport, or random videos of us flipping out and can't have emotional regulation, I'm just happy I don't have that. At home, of course, I'm all over the place, but I'm at home. But when I'm out, I think it's very important for women to carry themselves like a lady, or just stay in the house. But I think black women don't realize how going through all the things that we are realizing about the black community, really sitting down and accepting the fact that black men are not providers, protectors, and actually don't really like black women. I think all of that stuff has really put us on a spiral of we all really need to talk to somebody, as well as me. You know, even like, you know how when they say you always waiting on the other shoe to drop, or you always thinking the worst will happen, or pessimistic thinking. But I think as black women, so much stuff has happened to us that we have not addressed, or can't talk about, or don't want to talk about for shame and guilt, that we are internalizing all this stuff and it's hurting us. And I think just this overconsumption of information is just not healthy. You know, because even yesterday, just ranting and raving, and then just coming up and down and realizing my grandma died in April last year. And still realizing I never really even processed that. And I don't know what processing death would look like, because I've never lost a loved one close to me in all my years. So, then, you know, going through what I'm going through with my mom and my daughter, and really just accepting all this stuff, and moving and being with y'all every day, and not really ever enjoying my home, or having days off and feel like nothing's ever really getting done. Just this, I think isolation is dangerous, you all. I think it feels good because it's comfortable, but I think it's important that we get out and try to network, or try to find communities, or try to find a group of friends or something outside of work, or a class to go to, or something for me time. And I think that's very important as a mother too. Even like I've been saying a lot, I'm just going through the motions, and just really having that realization that I feel like I'm living a purposeless life right now. You know, just being honest with you all. Any job I had or anything I did, I actually enjoyed my job. I actually liked it. I actually felt like I had a purpose. But all this job hopping and job to job and never finding a new purpose or a new place that I feel like I belong. And with black women having so many obstacles in the workplace, microaggressions, you know, people thinking that you're like other black women who are stereotyped, and having to fight every day when we walk out the door, and never providing room for black women to be black women, but we have provided so much room for black men to do what they want to do, and supporting their fight as black women have done, and left our fight just on the table to rot and die, and never realizing that we had a flight or a plight. And just being a creator, you know what I mean, and just not getting paid, and just feeling like, when do I get my just due? Or if God is real, when do he look out for me? Or what have I done to deserve this? And this wallowing in self-pity and sadness, and this constant scrolling. Even like, I haven't been on Instagram in a while, and I've kind of been on there the last few days, and how probably the last week or so, and how poison it is for me to keep scrolling and looking and comparing my life to others. I'm not comparing it consciously, but subconsciously it's making me feel like I'm not a good enough in my body, in my mind, in my beauty, in my intelligence, or whatever that looks like. You know, feeling like I could have did better here, I should have did better here, or why did I choose this when I should have chose that? You know, just this constant beating up on myself, and wondering, how does me being with you all, how do that work together in me lashing out, or in me not taking things seriously, or taking things too seriously, or just not really having room to enjoy my life, or the courage or bravery to go find a new life to enjoy. I don't know if this video is coming together well. I don't know. Like this video if you can. I'm not sure how it's sounding, but I think the ladies who get it and it's for, they get it. But even just being on here and seeing how I could be this extreme this way and that extreme that way, and being forced to get to know the different levels and layers of myself with y'all, through y'all, and how when we don't have core relationships, how it forces us to get into toxic dynamics, or toxic temporary relationships, or toxic temporary friendships, or toxic, and people draw toxic people just for the want and the need of blackness. You know, forcing ourselves to be among black people who are toxic and hurting us, but just to feel like we belong somewhere. You know, and everybody want to belong. No woman is an island. You know, we could say we don't, which we don't, but our nature is to want to. Our nature is to be around other human beings, and just learning how to adjust and go out. I remember when me and my kids went to IHOP, we sat by a table, and I wanted so bad, because it was empty, and I wanted so bad to say, can we sit somewhere else? But I knew that was the area that they were in, and I know in a restaurant you see people according to the area, and it, you know, so because all that other stuff was probably clean. But I didn't ask. I didn't. But something in me, I just wanted to get away from people. And I knew I need to be around people and learn how to be around people again. And it's just really like, it's just really stressful. And even with this life here, I can act like I just want it, or feel like I think I want it, I would so rather have a life in real life. I would so rather know people in real life. But when you all are choosing to be this or that or whatever that looks like, I'm in full support of it. I just hope you don't become afraid to find yourself along the way, and I hope I don't become afraid, stay afraid to find myself and find my new life along the way. Because that really terrifies me. That I will live the rest of my life like this. Inside. Online. And never ever really get any benefits. And it's the giving that black women do that never benefit us. Even this. Yeah, I'm not doing this and that for my family, but like I used to, or this or that for friends or churches or whatever I did stuff for in the past. But now it's like I just got on here to give y'all my everything and never get nothing back. And it's just like I stopped doing it here just to do it here, which is still the same thing, giving and never receiving. And do I feel like that's my destiny in life, to give and to never invest in me and never give to me and never fully appreciate me and beg people to love me and beg people to accept me, which I've done many times in my life with my family, hoping and wishing that we could be a family, right, or they would accept me for who I was. Never really cared about people who was for me always found me. But I'm then here begging you all to like me, hoping that one day y'all understand where I'm coming from, hoping that one day y'all but like I say, even with me getting my flowers the way I've been getting my flowers through other people's content, it's been such a rewarding experience. Like, wow, girl, you actually did what you set out to do. So, and I don't want to be like, oh, I'm quitting again and all this and that, because we went down that rabbit hole and I didn't have nowhere to go to or quit to go somewhere and be alive. But it's like, I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. And that's how a lot of our videos go. Just me thinking and processing and trying to understand that which is black womanhood and that which is my black womanhood. And what does she look like and what does she want? What do I want for myself? When all is said and done and you done consumed and watched all the stuff you can watch, then obsessed about people you don't know, people who don't bring nothing to your life, people who haven't sent me no money. And is it really worth it? And is it good for us? And what is the future gonna look like if we just stay consumed in online and never go outside and touch the grass? And to me, it's gonna look like psychosis. I think it's gonna look like we're gonna be crazy as a shit. Excuse me. Dang, we was doing so good on this video. Ugh. Well, either way, I just always appreciate y'all like I always do. And I appreciate y'all giving me what you all have to give. Nothing more, nothing less. You all don't ever have to give me whatever people think that should be. I mean, when I say I got my flowers, I got them and I feel good. I just wonder. So stay innovative, creative. I would definitely see you later. And stay beautiful and smart wherever you are. And while y'all, I hope y'all find yourself. I now hope I find myself. Because whoever I was or used to be does not reside here anymore. And how do I learn to live a life with her? So if you wish anything from me, hope that I find myself. So I can find my purpose or my true happy place again. Have a good day.